Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a really great day. As you will notice, today I have no makeup on. So this was a little bit hard for me to do, but I'm going to do it because it's a super important message that I want to bring to you today. And that message is it's totally okay to go without makeup. And even if you wear makeup a lot, there should be days when you can go out of the house completely without any makeup at all and totally feel okay with it. I know. It's really hard, isn't it? I used to be one of those people who had to put on a full face of makeup even just to go to the grocery store. So I get it. It is one of those things that we do as kind of an armor, I guess you would say. So I want you to get used to the idea of going out of the house without makeup. Yes, I'm a makeup artist. You wouldn't think that that's something that I would advocate for, but I am. You'd be wrong if you think that because it's super important that you do this and that you get used to doing it. Now, I will put a little thing in there that, if you have severe rosacea, if you have a birthmark that you're self-conscious about, if you have, extreme skin problems, totally okay to cover that up if you feel you need to when you go out of the house because we live in a society where people are not always accepting, unfortunately. So this doesn't necessarily apply to those situations. I still think if you need to do that, that's great. Go ahead and do that. But if you don't have any of those situations, and you just have things that, a little redness on the face, things that, if you have wrinkles, if you have things that you feel like, oh, I need to cover that up, I want you to get used to the idea of not doing that. And I think it's really important for a couple of reasons. One is I want you to get comfortable with your own face. It's almost like that idea of you have to go back to not wearing makeup in order to wear makeup properly and for the right reasons. Does that make sense? I want you to be so comfortable with your own face that you can go anywhere without makeup and feel just like you do when you're wearing makeup. The second reason is I don't want you to be a slave to it. That's not what makeup is about. Makeup should be fun. Makeup should be enjoyable. You shouldn't be a slave to it to where you absolutely have to put it on before you can walk out your front door. That's not cool. So here's a couple of ways to do that. When I first started doing this, I did it in little steps, right? It's tiny little bite-sized pieces instead of trying to just go all at once. So the first time I did it, I did my makeup, but I didn't do my eyebrows. So it was all there. It was just that one piece wasn't done. And then the next time I didn't do my eyebrows and I left off mascara. And it's a really weird feeling the first time you don't wear mascara. It's the strangest thing. But the more you do this, the more you get used to it. For you, maybe it's lipstick. Maybe you don't necessarily need lipstick all the time, right? I'll wear lipstick half the day and then it wears off and I just don't bother to replace it. So I'm pretty used to not wearing lipstick, even when I'm wearing a full face of makeup. So maybe it's that. So leave out that one thing at a time. And then the next time, leave out another thing. And then the next time, leave out another thing. It helps a lot. Another technique is to, when you first start doing this, go places where people don't know you, right? Go places where it's just total strangers, because what you're going to figure out is they don't care. They don't know you, so they're not used to seeing you a certain way, so they don't even notice it. It's great. It's just like, oh yeah, cool. People don't even notice that I'm not wearing makeup, and they don't care that I'm not wearing makeup. And the third thing is, you know that feeling you get when you put on makeup and you feel really confident and really powerful? When you finally get to the point where you're going out wearing no makeup at all, I want you to recall that feeling of feeling really confident and really powerful and walk around not wearing makeup, feeling as if you're wearing a full face of makeup. That's the trick. It's like acting, right? It's like you are kind of faking it at first. But the more you do that, what you're going to find is that you can feel exactly the same way without makeup as you do with makeup. Because who you are does not depend on how you paint your face. Think about that. Who you are is not dependent on how you paint your face. It's so important. And the message is going out there to girls right now is that it is important, is that you are who you paint your face as. Not true. So if you can walk around with no makeup on, feeling and behaving as if you have a full face of makeup on, you're going to realize that who you are has to do with everything inside. It has to do with who you are as a person. It has to do with your talents. It has to do with your skills and your abilities. It has absolutely nothing to do with what's on your face. And once you start feeling that, it literally frees you up. You can leave the house anytime without makeup. You don't have to be dependent on it. And that way, you can use makeup in ways that work for you, in ways that make you feel good and because you want to do it, not because you're a slave to it. So do you see the importance of this? I want you to try it. It's really, really hard at first. I know. It was so hard for me, and it took a while. It doesn't happen overnight. It's something that you kind of do over time, and you have to get to the point where you do this for yourself and you don't care what other people think. So if you run into somebody that you know when you have no makeup on and they say, "Oh, what's wrong? You look tired. You look sick. Are you sick?" That's much more about them than it is about you. Okay? That's not about you. You need to learn to accept your face as it is without makeup. And when you do that, then they eventually will too. When you show them all the time only that one face, that's what they come to expect. And so that's why they say things like that, right? But that's their expectation. Don't let their expectation affect how and why you do things. So this is about a lot more than makeup. This is about your own self-confidence, about your own self-worth. And that's why it's so important for you to do this, because it will build your confidence, it will build your self-worth, and it will make you free from being a slave to makeup. Put your comments in the space below and subscribe and share with friends. This is a message that I think it's really important for a lot of people to hear. And I want to hear your questions about this, and then we can talk about it more. And I might even do like a live session with questions about this because I think this is a super important topic. So subscribe, share with your friends, and try this a little bit at a time, day by day, and you can do it. All right? See you in the next video.